Hey guys, it's Ted Bogert. Welcome back to the TED Show. You know how much I absolutely love music and our musical guest. And today we are blessed to have Gentry Blue with us today, all the way from Nashville. So we have lots and lots of stuff to talk about. They're going to perform for us, give us their journey. And so give them a big warm welcome and welcome, you guys. How's it going today?
Good.
Great.
Yeah.
Good. Thanks for coming on. I loved your bio. I thought, I try to read those because it gives me some good insight. And y'all had some tongue in cheek in there. It was a good bio. So I knew I was with people who had a sense of humor. So there you go. So Lydia, we'll start with you first. Tell us a little bit about you, your journey. The audience loves to know, if you could sing early on, or if you were the only person in your family that has any talent, which obviously is not true. So give us a little 411.
I started out on piano when I was about 5. My mom is a music director at a church. She is also an elementary music teacher. My dad's a big music fan. I grew up around that. I started violin in about junior high. That just kind of became my thing. I started listening to a lot of rock music in high school, especially some older stuff that I really liked, as well as some more modern stuff from like late 2000s-ish, like Florence and the Machine, The Killers. Rush is a big influence. Yeah, and that just kind of made me realize classical music's fine. There's nothing wrong with it, obviously, but I need something that can fuel me, really. So I started street performing. I had a little solo project in the small town, Cape Girardeau, Missouri. There aren't that many musicians there. There's a very small music scene, but like I soon started getting recognized as like, oh, you're the violin lady on the streets. And I'm like, yeah, that's me. So that's kind of weird. And then I really wanted
That's
to
right.
start.
You have a handle. You have Dragoness, no?
Yeah. It's like a cheesy little nickname that I came up with.
Good.
Yeah. So I really wanted to start a band, but I literally could not find anyone my age with similar interests. Then I came to college. Everything kind of unfolded from there. So yeah.
Is that what you all? All right. So introduce the gentleman with you.
Yeah, this is Travis Fairley. He's our guitarist. He does lots of lead stuff. We kind of co-started the band in freshman year of college. And then this is Debo. He's our drummer. He also is a guitarist. He lays occasional rhythm tracks down on some of our songs, which is really neat. Joe, our bassist, is not here. Joe's at work, but she does a lot of lyrical stuff too. We kind of off on that. Yeah, so that's kind of.
Tell me, Travis, give us a little 411 on you.
So I actually didn't like listening to music till I was like 8 or 9, and I'm now the only musically inclined person in my family, really, although we all like to listen to music. But my parents would make me listen to classic rock cranked in the car and on our stereo and everything at home. And then I got Guitar Hero 5 for the Wii when I was 8 or 9 or so. And then I started playing that, and I was like, yeah, this is it. This is what I want to do. So
like Rock Band or Rock Hero?
Yeah. So, and the rest is history, pretty much. I started my other band in Dallas when I was 13, and then I helped her start this band 3 years ago now, I think. So, yeah.
And then, so tell me, is it Devo or Debo?
Debo.
All right. So tell us about you, my friend. How did you come into the picture?
So basically, I met them actually. I kind of about like a little over 2 years ago. They were looking for a drummer. Their old one wasn't really sticking. So yeah, I basically just responded to a poster I saw in like one of the music buildings at our college we went to, and it ended up being a great fit. And so we've been playing ever since. In terms of my origin story, I guess, I feel like music's always been like wired in me from a young age. Like the idea of like performing for like an audience and all. I feel like ever since I was like 2 years old, I would always I had both like real and toy guitars, and I would like strum them before I knew how to play them and sing into a microphone, performing for like, at the time it was like my parents and like my video camera and stuff. When I was in preschool, I literally said that I wanted to be a musician when I grew up for like an assignment. I didn't actually start learning how to play guitar though until I was 9. I took piano lessons for a couple years when I was in elementary school. But yeah, I guess I kind of lost touch with my roots a little in elementary school. But yeah, I started playing guitar when I was 9. Kind of just started out as a hobby, like a bunch of other stuff I was doing. But then I got really into like songwriting in late elementary and middle school. As soon as I was able to accompany myself, I really liked being able to come up with songs and perform them and all and sing them. I started playing drums when I was 13 because I figured it was like a cool second instrument to also learn. And so I don't know, I've just been playing ever since. It kind of became obvious in like 8th, 9th grade that music is definitely what I wanted to pursue for a living, for sure. What I was definitely the most passionate about. And so yeah, I've been doing it ever since. My uncle Jeff actually was a jazz guitar major in college. So he's the one who's taught me ever since I was 9, like all through high school basically until I went off to college. So obviously he's musically inclined. My sister Isabel, she also like plays piano and sings, plays ukulele. So we played some in a duo back when we were in town together and all. But she's not like majoring in it like I am. But yeah, neither of my parents are super musically inclined. So I come from like a somewhat halfway musically inclined family, but not completely. I don't know.
So tell me what it's like. You all collaborate. Do you co-write songs? Do you? How does the collaborative part go? And especially during COVID, talk a little bit about that because everything, shut down. How did you all handle working collaboratively? Ooh, that's a word. And how did you all pivot so that you could continue to make music the way that you wanted to?
It really depends on the song, to be quite honest. Downfall, which we wrote about 2.5 years ago, I came up with this riff. I had some lyrics. It was a jam session, and it just kind of evolved from that. Really,
love it.
Yeah,
accurate. Cutthroat. Debo and I were stuck in Maryland this time last year for about 2.5 months with his family, and everything turned out to be fine. But we had this one song we were working on. It just wasn't turning out that good, so we just kind of trashed it. And then within 5 minutes, he had the guitar riff for Cutthroat, and he made a demo of that. Everyone learned it from their origins. We all co-wrote on Zoom, which was very interesting. I have a separate folk group called Women with Strings, and we wrote one song together in the same room, and then COVID happened, and then we literally just wrote a whole album worth on Zoom together, which was really interesting. I think it was on Zoom and FaceTime. And then once school started back again, we didn't see each other for about 6 months, which was really hard. We're all really close to each other. We basically made a COVID bubble, just being safe, and we just started collaborating in person this time. I guess that's that's kind of the main gist of that.
I love the fact that you guys could figure out how to pivot, because I think that was the biggest challenge, is all right, so you're used to the process in person. How am I going to do this on FaceTime or how am I going to do it on Zoom? But I feel like a lot of artists, and you tell me if this is you guys too, it expanded their audience, or at least their reach. It helped them reach people that maybe across the country that wouldn't have heard about them. Or did you guys find that too? Did you find that you were reaching more people in a different way because the pandemic forced you to have to do it?
I'm not sure. I think so.
Yeah, I would say we kind of had to reach out more on social media.
I love it. All right, so tell me about your music genre. We have a lot of questions always about that. Do you guys consider yourselves rock, country rock, alternative? People love to put labels, but I'm curious. I always like to hear the artist describe their music.
Joe really likes to describe us as 70s meets 70s psychedelic rock meets 90s grunge with violin, like, and not just normal violin, like this is electric violin, like this thing. So it's kind of an interesting element for sure.
I love the violin part. I think that's amazing that you do, and you perform that on your own too, right, Lydia?
Yeah, I accompany myself using live looping stuff. Ed Sheeran is a big person that does that with his voice and guitar. I kind of do that with violin, which is a lot of fun.
So cool. All right, so without further ado, tell me what we are listening to first. Tell us all about it.
Cutthroat. We're gonna do the first song off of our debut EP, which is called Cutthroat.
This is the one that me and Lydia wrote in my living room during quarantine. So.
Yes.
Love it.
But it is now released. It just released today, so you can find it on Spotify, iTunes, Apple Music, Bandcamp, pretty much anywhere you listen to music online, which is
congratulations.
Very
That's
exciting.
Great news.
Thank you. All right. Is that good? All right. Yeah, that sounds good.
As if I don't already need to look a lot taller and bigger than I usually do because I'm sitting in front of everyone now. I'm like at home.
You look good, my friend.
All right.
All right. You all ready?
Yep.
Never gonna be stranded in this crazy foreign land. Honestly, I say that there's no my single bit. He's a millisecond lead in the bones at a time. Gotta think I'm getting in sacrifice of Swami's faithful love. Last night I heard the wind howling my name. I flew up high like a bird in your dreams. And if I fall down from the sky, will you throw me back up to fly? These times will change, but no one knows. Fate still has progress to play. I don't want to change this game. It's a fool and sure is a brave. All the that never goes so cutthroat, but we can't give up. We're slowly drowning in a pool of innocent blood. If people actually cared, that would be the cure. Last night I heard the wind calling my name. I flew up high like a bird in your dreams. And if I fall down from the sky, will you throw me back up to fly? Times will change, but no one knows. They still has progress to play. I don't want to change this game. It's a bull, it sure is a brave. I hold this up, stand together. I know it's so cutthroat, but we can't give up. But must we all die young? How can we keep up faith when the world crumbles around us? We're not meant to be vampires, taking blood from my vendor. Some crowds are rumbling again. And if I fall from the sky, will you throw me back up to fly? but no one knows. They still have strong times to play. I don't want a chance this year. It's full and sure ready to break. Now all the folks stand never goes. So good for us, but we can't get up.
I loved that. Okay, so you're getting all sorts of love. I'm going to keep posting it, but here's what is Cutthroat about? First of all, I love the tone of your voice. I'm not going to sound like Paula Abdul. I'm just saying that the pitch just sounded beautiful. You are at a lower range than I was expecting. And so I loved that. I thought it was so good. And then when Debo came in with the little harmonizing, people don't realize how hard that is, what you just did. And that's why I like people to perform live. And I tell people all the time, that is a lot to sit here on a camera and get your message across, sing your passion, and still perform. And you guys did a phenomenal job. I love it.
Thank
All
you
right.
so much.
Tell me what Cutthroat, what is that about?
It's kind of a hodgepodge of topics. The chorus, it's like each section of the lyrics are specifically about something else. The first verse is about how never thought I'd be stranded in this friendly foreign land. Debo and I are dating. We've been dating for about a year and a half. And this time last year, when we were stuck in Maryland, I never had met his family. I had never gone to Maryland. I was like, this is kind of wild. I was going to be here for 4 days. Now it's like a month,
Wow.
which is fine. But
It ended up being 2.5 months.
yeah, it ended up being 2.5 months. But at that point, but it was just like, wow, this is kind of a weird situation. But it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. Because I'm a very empathetic person, I think. And when just everything was wreaking havoc and just going crazy, I was like, what's going on? Like, I was just internally freaking out. Like, I was upset a lot. It just over the state of the world. And it's just kind of like, why can't we be better people to each other? Why can't we just lift each other up? But society and the world's kind of cruel, and sometimes there are some great moments that like people helping each other on the streets and stuff, but at the same time there's a lot of cruelty and passive aggression in that, or aggression in some ways. But yeah, just why can't we just be nice to each other? Why can't we just be kind and such? So it's kind of like
And not cutthroat.
yeah, it's like the world's so cutthroat, but we can't give up. That's the last line of the chorus.
I loved it. I thought it was great.
Well, thank
Really.
you.
Really great. Yeah, I liked it, and I love when I'm surprised, and that was just a surprise. Not that I didn't know you had talent. It's just so cool to see it live. I love that.
Well, thank you so much. That means a lot to us. It really does. And
You have so much love
yeah.
going. You must have told people about you being on here, because there's lots of love going up and down all 5 platforms we're on. Okay, so tell us what the second song is.
Real quick, my dad's on here, and I just want to say hello, Bruce Gentry.
That must be Bruce.
yeah,
Hi,
that's
Bruce.
definitely
Hi,
him.
Dad. He even said nice harmony, Debo.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, appreciate that.
Yeah, this second song is called What Lies on the Other Side. It's more of a space rock tune, especially when you listen to the recorded version. There's lots of wah guitars, lots of just spacey, just space, I guess. It's kind of hard to describe on the spot. Yeah, it's about forgetting yourself and going through a burnout period. And kind of reconfiguring who you are. Kind of like going through a rediscovery period, I guess. All right. Oh, turn down. Good to go.
The neck is kind of weird positioning.
Yeah.
I don't know where to put it.
It's do what you need to do. It's fine.
Should I count up?
Sure. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
feel I can't tell what's real in it. Shakes me to my core. This night is slowly driving me insane. And as I sleep, falls from its weed back into my dreams again. But it's here to take control. My heart keeps pounding like a battle drum. How could I can't say how I say. I know who I was. Born and set back into oblivion. I have to run away from the sun. 'Cause there's no place in heaven for women like me. I'll start over all again. Rediscover what role I play. See lies the other side. After this eclipse, what do I become? Tell me, why am I so emotionally numb? All I do is carry this ball and chain. Still I hesitate and let forth all that pain. Yes, take control. My heart is pounding like a battle drum. Take down my makeup, nothing in between. I can't let it stay, but now I stay. Have to find out who I was. Oh, I get stuck, I can't do the other. Away from the sun, 'cause there's no place in heaven for women like me. Got so much all again. Rediscover what role I play. The other side of the black hole is for anyone out there. Take me by the hand. It's floating in the atmosphere. Me and your arms again. There's darkness will take me away.
Oh my God, that was so good. Hold on. I have so much to say about that song. So I have to tell you that the initial, as you're playing, I try to close my eyes in the beginning always to listen to the music. I really, really thought Hotel California in the beginning. That's what it felt like. It just sounded, it's beautiful the way you guys were playing. your voice is so unique, Lydia. It's beautiful. I love that. I think there's just that deeper tone to it. I'm not a musician. This is Ted, the consumer that loves music. And I just love the tone of that. It's just got that wonderful, I don't know. It feels like it's more emotional when you sing. So
Gosh,
you guys are amazing. I think it's beautiful what you did.
Thank you so
Tell
much.
me just a little bit about that song. What is that song about?
Yeah, about sophomore year of high school, I was actually a violin performance major, but I really wasn't that good at music theory. That's like music math in a way. I'm not even good at math. I failed. I wasn't good at it at all. And it wasn't playing the violin, but it just made me kind of rethink everything. I'm like, is this really do I want to burn myself out on music that I'm playing? Like, I can still take private lessons with my instructor, but do I really want to do this whole shebang? And I was like, no, because Travis also was a commercial guitar major at Belmont University, and we were going through basically the same type of thing. Like, we're pretty tight knit, and he was taking a music business class, and he was like, oh, dude, I made all these notes. I'm so excited. I got to share all this information with you. And I find it really interesting. And basically, we kind of convinced each other, you know what? We're not copying each other, but let's do this. Let's just switch our major. We're going to do this. And it just kind of, my identity was so focused on being a violinist. Like, I kind of, you know how you build a brand when you're trying to like make music or doing your thing? Yeah, that's the thing to do. But like, I just was doing it so much as a violinist. It wasn't as like myself. It just kind of was, I was losing myself a little bit. So it was kind of like, this is a weird thing it's just going out in the unknown. That's kind of the main gist.
It was so good. Travis, who's Carolyn?
Oh, that's my mom.
Mom says, Travis, you have to look at the camera with a smiley face.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's kind of cool that the guitarist is over there really getting into the whole thing. And, you know, there's a vibe that you guys have that's so engaging. And so you want to listen to what you're playing and what you're saying. So big kudos to you. I think it's amazing. All right. Tell people the best way. Oh, really quick. The title, Pyrite and Steel.
Pyrite and Steel.
Pyrite, yes. So I had to ask a friend of mine instead of Googling what that meant. So tell them a little bit, and then tell them what that means, and then tell them the best way they can get your music.
All right. Pyrite and Steel is a lyric from the chorus of Downfall. That's the last song on our EP. And it kind of, it's a little pessimistic, but at the same time, it's a little encouraging. Pyrite is fool's gold. It's not actual gold, but at the same time, steel is durable. So it's being resilient in times of hardness, of cruelty, or such. I'm having like,
I love it. I was like, what is that? And then I try not to ever correct a guest. So I'm like, God, did they actually think that's how you spell pirate? And so I was real happy I did not reach back out to you and go, hey, I just want to let you know you got to spell pirate a different way. All right, so how can they find your music? What's the easiest way for them to reach you?
GentryBlue.com is a good way. If you're in the Nashville area, we're playing some shows this summer. You can find those. We have some covers of some classic rock artists. We have our own original music on there. You can find us on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok by searching Gentry Blue. You can now listen to our music on Bandcamp, iTunes, Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon Music. Most likely, if you listen to a very specific music listening platform, it's probably on there, which is good. So just search Pyrite and Steel, Gentry Blue, Gentry, and then blue is in the color, and you'll probably find us.
You guys were awesome. Go out and support our artists, gentryblue.com. That was really, really, really great. Really. So thank you guys. Come back on anytime you want something else. You you want to promote or perform. Dad says he's riding around with the windows down playing your new album very loud. You all have some amazing parental support going on, which I love.
Yeah.
But please come back anytime. Y'all go check them out, gentryblue.com or anywhere on social media. You can find them. I've linked them on all of these shows. Thank you guys so much. It was awesome.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
See you guys later. Bye, everybody.